Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won's Seoul 2025 wedding, a love story that became a global phenomenon. When the news first broke that Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won would tie the knot in 2025, few could have predicted the scale, intensity, and sheer cultural weight the event would carry. What began as whispers of a private ceremony soon exploded into one of the most dazzling and globally celebrated weddings in modern entertainment history. Seoul, the beating heart of Korean culture, transformed into the epicenter of a story that combined love, fame, artistry, and authenticity in ways the world rarely witnesses. This wasn't just a wedding. It was an epic-defining celebration, a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle that drew comparisons to royal nuptials and historic cultural milestones. To millions of fans across Asia, Europe, and the Americas, the union of these two beloved stars became more than a personal promise. It was a reminder of why love stories matter, even in an era where cynicism often overshadows sincerity. A wedding that defined an era. From the moment their relationship rumors began years ago, fans had speculated endlessly about the chemistry between Soo Hyun, the enigmatic powerhouse actor known for his versatility, and Kim Ji-won, the actress celebrated for her grace, depth, and ability to light up every role she touched. Every red carpet glance, every behind-the-scenes interaction became a piece of evidence in the ongoing puzzle of their romance. Yet, despite years of curiosity, no one expected their union to unfold in such a grand, history-making fashion. By the time their 2025 wedding arrived, Seoul wasn't just hosting a ceremony. It was hosting a global cultural phenomenon. Hotels were fully booked weeks in advance, flights poured in from around the world, and media outlets stationed crews on every major street corner, desperate to capture even the smallest detail. The Korean press hailed it as the wedding of the century. International media outlets, from Los Angeles to Paris, from Bangkok to New York, joined in, describing it as a cultural export as significant as any blockbuster drama or chart-topping K-pop hit. The secrecy and the anticipation. One of the elements that heightened the spectacle was secrecy. The exact location of the ceremony remained undisclosed until hours before the event. Industry insiders whispered about luxury hotels, historic palaces, or even private villas outside Seoul, but nothing was confirmed. This veil of mystery only fueled anticipation. Paparazzi deployed drones. Fans camped outside rumored venues. Stylists and designers were shadowed in hopes of uncovering the gown or suit details. By the time the venue, a hidden, exquisitely decorated space in central Seoul, was finally revealed, the city was buzzing with an electricity that felt almost cinematic. Kim Ji-won, the radiant bride. When Kim Ji-won finally appeared, the world seemed to pause. Wearing a custom-made gown by a world-renowned designer, she shimmered under the Seoul sky like a vision from a modern fairy tale. Her dress, embroidered with intricate patterns of pearl and silk thread, was both contemporary and timeless, an embodiment of elegance and grace. Her entrance silenced the crowd. In that moment, she wasn't just a bride. She was the embodiment of every fan's dream, a woman whose beauty and confidence radiated far beyond the fabric she wore. Social media exploded instantly. Hashtags like hashtag Kim Ji-won Bride of the Century and hashtag Ji-won Fairy Tale Wedding trended worldwide within minutes. Every step she took toward the altar etched itself into global memory. Fans compared her poise to royalty. Others praised her for representing the modern Korean woman, strong, graceful, and unapologetically authentic. Soo Hyun, the groom who let his heart speak. If Ji-won was the vision, Soo Hyun was the soul. Known for his legendary performances in dramas and films, he had always carried an air of mystery, brilliant yet guarded. But on this day, he appeared transformed. Waiting at the altar, his calm exterior betrayed subtle tremors of emotion. His eyes, fixed on Ji-won, reflected the vulnerability of a man in love, stripped of his characters and scripts. For fans who had followed his career for over a decade, it was a revelation. They weren't watching an actor. They were watching Soo Hyun, the man, stepping into a role more profound than any he had ever played. The moment of the rings. The vows were simple yet profoundly moving. Both stars spoke not as celebrities but as two souls promising a lifetime of love and partnership. The most unforgettable moment came when Soo Hyun, his hands trembling slightly, slipped the ring onto Ji-won's finger. The crowd erupted. Tears flowed freely among fans watching live broadcasts. Clips of the exchange flooded Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Within minutes, Hashtags like hashtag Soo Hyun G1 wedding and hashtag Love in Seoul 2025 dominated global trends. It was the kind of moment that makes the world collectively hold its breath, and then collectively rejoice. A guest list of legends. The wedding guest list read like a who's who of Korean and international entertainment. Top actors, idol groups, renowned directors, and even Hollywood celebrities graced the red carpet. Before the ceremony began, the arrivals themselves became a spectacle. The red carpet turned into an impromptu fashion show, with dazzling gowns, sharp tuxedos, and flashes of paparazzi lighting up the night. For a brief moment, it felt less like a wedding and more like the Academy Awards. But once G1 stepped into view and Soo Hyun took her hand, all the glamour faded. The spotlight belonged solely to the couple. A reception like no other. The reception that followed was nothing short of magical. Thousands of imported flowers filled the venue. Crystal chandeliers illuminated the space, blending modern luxury with traditional Korean elements. The menu itself was a celebration of cultures. Classic Korean dishes like bulgogi and kimchi, paired with French pastries, Italian wines, and Japanese delicacies. Guests described it as a feast worthy of history. But the highlight was the first dance. Under soft golden lights, Soo Hyun and G1 swayed together, eyes locked, as if no one else existed. Fans outside the venue, who had been chanting blessings all day, erupted into cheers when the music leaked into the night air. Global reactions. The impact of the wedding went far beyond Seoul. Within hours, international media outlets ran headlines. South Korea hosts the wedding of the century, BBC. Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won redefine celebrity love, The New York Times. A cultural moment for the ages, The Guardian. Fans across Asia held viewing parties, projecting live streams onto big screens. In Paris, crowds gathered in Kdrama cafes. In Manila, local news anchors interrupted programming to cover the event. In New York, Times Square displayed congratulatory messages from fans. Governments even took note. Tourism boards reported immediate spikes in bookings. Analysts projected millions in economic boosts tied directly to the wedding's influence. Fashion, trends, and economic impact. G1's gown became an instant sensation. Fashion houses rushed to replicate its design, while jewelry brands highlighted the rings exchanged during the ceremony. Korean wedding planners reported a surge in clients requesting a wedding like Soo Hyun and G1's. Hotels, travel agencies, and beauty brands also benefited from the global spotlight. Economists estimated the wedding effect would rival the impact of a major K-pop world tour. More than glamour, the symbolism. Yet, beyond all the glitter, the heart of the story lay in its symbolism. In a world often clouded by scandals, divorces, and fleeting romances, the wedding of Kim Soo Hyun and Kim Ji-won reminded millions that authentic love stories can exist in the entertainment industry. Their decision to openly share their relationship, their vows, and their joy defied the privacy rules of Korean showbiz, where stars often conceal personal lives to protect careers. Instead, Soo Hyun and Ji-won leaned into honesty, setting an example for a younger generation of artists. The legacy of Seoul 2025. By the time fireworks lit up the Seoul sky and the couple waved goodbye, the world knew it had witnessed something extraordinary. Their wedding was more than a private promise. It became a global memory, a cultural milestone that will be referenced for decades. For fans, it validated years of hope. For the industry, it reshaped narratives around love, privacy, and authenticity. And for Korea, it showcased once again the nation's ability to create cultural moments that resonate across borders. As one fan tweeted, "This wasn't just their wedding. It was our wedding too. A story we'll tell for the rest of our lives."